screen and the view of screen is okay, right?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So here is the Sunday session of GETI Live Talks. My name is Shilpi and I'm the Relationship Manager with the Global Education and Training Institute. I have a very dynamic personality with me. I just discovered her before the session while having a lot of discussions regarding the technology and how it is positive and negative over the children. She is the principal of Global Achievers School, Pune, and she is also a very wonderful human being because apart from what she is doing, she has been working for the poor children. Free of cost, she has been developing curriculum, which is the bridge course for children for many NGOs. And it has been not just a one go, it was not a short time. It was like 2 whole years that she dedicated to it. So, ma'am, really wonderful to have somebody like you. And you're such a humble human being that, during the
Thank you.
discussions, I could never ever feel that I'm talking to a principal. You connected so well and so easily with us. So, ma'am, thank you for joining in the disruptive education movement started by Dr. Sunita Gandhi. And it's such a lovely morning to discuss something as we were doing, like on the education and modern technologies, their positive and negative impact. So I would like you to
Sure.
continue on this, and then I'll join you later for a little session of question and answer. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Shilpa ma'am. I'm grateful to be on this dice today. I got the opportunity to come up with the good thoughts about the technology. See, as I can say, technology is gift of God. After the gift of life, it is perhaps the greatest God's gift. It is the mother of civilization and art of science and development. So I would not say technology have more negative impacts if we use it wisely. Technology has certainly changed the way we live. It has impacted different facts of life and redefined our living. So undoubtedly, technology plays an important role in every sphere of life. Several manual tasks can be automated, so thanks to technology, I would say. Also, many complex and critical processes can be carried out with easy and greater efficiency with the help of modern technology. And for this, thanks to application of technology, living has changed at his greater extent and better life we are living due to technology. But as I put up one line, as we'll use this technology wisely, so definitely it is God gift for us. Technology has revolutionized, in many fields. So obviously in education also, the importance of technology in schools cannot be ignored. As I'm working since many years into education field, so I have seen the era, the way it has changed from from root learning to the modern learning with the modern technology. So, in fact, with the onset of computers in education, it has become easier for teachers to impart the knowledge and for students to acquire it. The use of technology has made the process of learning all the more, like, it's more enjoyable, you can say, and more effective. I would say. The era of 21st century is often regarded as an era of technology. So technology today is playing very important role in our life, it is the base for any economy to grow. The it is poor in technology can never grow with like in today's scenario. You can say without technology, the economy cannot grow. So this is because technology makes our work much easier and less time consuming, and the impact of technology can be felt in every possible field. And one such a field is education, where I'm working, and I had seen that transformation since I did my career 20 years back, and now this is after 20 years. How technology replaced the root learning and how it is impacted in a very good way to the in students' life. So, according to the latest insight, you can say like how exactly modern students of today prefer to use technology, and how does their learning get an impact if they are using technology. It was revealed that the use of modern equipment, technology, and tools, the learning is interactive. Students are seeking more interest. They also find it much more easier as well, full of interesting when it's added by the technology. The transfer of knowledge becomes, it's very easy and convenient, and as well effective. I would say it is as well effective. That means it is that our minds now tends to work faster when assisted with the use of modern technology. So, be it any part of life, here we talk about like education, the reliance or dependency of such an innovation that simply makes life an easy as a smooth journey is completely unavoidable these days, even in the schools and universities and colleges. Students today can make use of technology in different way, I would say. So using good internet and around the clock connectivity is the main the way they are using the technology. The internet has gone in in importance by many ways over the process of these decades, you can say. The importance in education world can now never be undetermined. Despite the chances of fraud drawbacks, the use of internet is like blessing for the students. Today the internet is something is present in almost everything we use, from television to gaming to consoles to our phones. The internet is literally everywhere. The use of internet allows students to find the amazing convenience. They can find various kinds of help, like tutorials, other kinds of assisting materials, which could be used to academically improve and enhance their learning. So, as well, using projectors and visual aids in teaching is playing very good role. Visual images always have the strong appeal, or you can say strong impact compared to the words and readings or maybe writing. Using projectors and visuals to aid in learning is another form of great technology use. Top institutions around the world, you will go and you will search now. You will rely that most of the institutes are really rely on the use of amazing PowerPoint presentation and projects in order to keep the learning interactive, interesting. Then technology use the projectors within the schools and colleges also. So can take the interaction and interest level right up. It's beyond imagination. They can feel the real 3D images. Then they are getting the good hands-on experiment and good, you can say, good knowledge, or you can say some rules of some technology. If you will use, then it improves the motivation as well. Students like to see appealing visuals and something that enticts them to think rather than just reading words. They are reading and writing as well. They are thinking something out of box. The learning part also become pretty efficient when it comes to the technology. Now digital footprint in the education sector also has grown up in a very good way. If we talk about the digitalization in education, then the penetration of the digital media within the education sector has now grown like anything. This penetration has resulted in around the clock connectivity with the students, with the different forums that are available for the different kinds of assessment to help them. As the power of digital increases, there are and there will be more application that will assist students in development and learning as well. Online degrees with use of technology is also a good opportunity for the students, or maybe job seekers. Those are working with some companies and even they want to complete their target to achieve some good degrees. So they are taking good advantage of this online technology. Online degree now have become very common phenomenon. People wish to take up online courses for their learning and certifications as well. And myself, I have been since from 8 months giving good parenting session to the parents on online by taking the advantage of online technology. Top institutes offer amazing online programs with the use of various applications and the internet. This is the concept use of various applications with online programs is nowadays rising at very good extent and giving like it will rise, it will keep on grow and grow as it will get the more support and awareness. The online degree scenario around the world is more famous among students who work and look for the flexible studying programs. Few students, like their economical conditions, it is not allowing them to take the full time courses. So they are going with offline distance learning courses, and wherein while doing the job, they are continue with their education. So this is one of the very best and good advantage of technology, I can say. So technology in education plays very important role in the in very different way as well. It is included as a part of curriculum, as an instructional delivery system as well. As a means of adding instructions is also a tool to enhance the entire learning process. Thanks to technology, education has gone from like passive and reactive to interactive as well aggressive. So education is essential in corporate and academic settings. In the former, education or training is used to help workers to do the things effectively and something differently what they did before. So technology is giving them some different insight into doing their work in different way. In latter, the education is geared towards creating curiosity in the minds of students. In either cases, the use of technology can help students under the written concepts of better way of learning all the concepts or maybe all the education. There are many things like you can say that are affecting the technology in education as well, like challenges teacher like the enormous challenges teachers are facing in our society due to the rapid expansion of knowledge. The modern technologies are demanding that teachers learn how to use these technologies in their teaching. Hence these new technologies increases the teachers training needs, and teachers' attitude towards computers are a key factor in the successful implementation of this ICT education, you can say. And this was the good and live experience to many institutes when this sudden pandemic has been started, and when we have shifted from regular physical school to online school. So we had seen that their neutral attitude towards the computer education or ICT education for many teachers. So they pointed out that teachers do not always have positive, like I could say that we have noticed that teachers do not have always positive attitude towards computers, or their poor attitude may be lead into the failure of computer based projects. So I must that technology is need of ours, so everyone should have that girls to learn this technology. Lack of time is one of the barrier for the technology to impart the ICT education into schooling. You can say lack of time, because kids working hours are not like college or universities. They cannot sustain themselves for more hours in school. So second part is lack of access, lack of expertise, then lack of resources, and then you can say lack of support as well. So many institutes they don't support the ICT education. So, another barrier is main issue is like reliability of the hardware. So sometimes what happens, kids are ready to learn, teachers are ready to teach, but they are not getting good assistance of good gadgets, either from the school, either from the home. So poor and slow internet connectivity, outdated softwares like which are available mostly in the schools or maybe at the home. So the students and educators having more up to date software at home, but not sometime at school, or maybe sometime at school, but not at home. So this is some barriers you can say for this modern technology to impose on education. So, in educational context, ICT has the potential to increase access to education and improve the relevance and quality, I would say. So, ICT has the tremendous impact on education in terms of acquisition and absorption of knowledge to both the teachers as well as to the students through the promotion of many things we can do that, like active learning of ICT helps the calculation and analysis and of information obtained for the examination, or to make their results, make their report cards, or give them the proper inputs to the parents about the child growth. So technology helps it to make it in one proper report and easily make available for the inquiry or for the interaction to the parents. In contrast to memorization based on rote learning, so definitely ICT is promoting learners to a good engagement level, as well as learners choose what they want to learn. So they are getting space and wherein they can compare with the real life situation problems as well. So ICT can be grateful when it comes to the collaborative and cooperative learning. So ICT encourages ICT in the sense it means definitely the modern technology. Encourages interaction and cooperation among the students and teachers, regardless of distance which is between them. So as we are connected today, as you are based at Lucknow and based at Pune, but even we are concluding the good topic to sum up with the good negative and positive impacts as well. So how we can use the technology wisely. So that is the motto of today's session. So this is how it is possible because of the modern technology, even though we are not at the same place. It also provides students the chance to work with the people from the different cultures, and the working environment which they are there. So I hope technology has come up with the many good and positive things, and I can sum up that positive impacts are more as it enhances the teaching learning. Technology development like digital cameras, projectors, then training, then visualization tools, then 3Ds. All these have become great source of teachers to help students to grasp the concept easily. So it has to be understood that visual explanation of concepts make learning fun and enjoyable for the students. They are able to participate more in classrooms. Even teachers get chance to make their classes more interactive and interesting. And then technology is key of globalization, I would say. When school is in different parts, in different states, students can meet their counterpart through video conferencing without leaving the classroom. Some sites such as globico.com are used to help students in learning foreign languages online by pairing a group of students with the teachers from another country as well. So there are no geographical limitations as well for the online teaching or online modern technology has broken the barrier of geographical limitations. You need not need to be available over there physically. So with the introduction of online degree programs, there is hardly and any need of being present physically in any classroom. Even several foreign universities have started online degree courses that students can join. So distance learning and online education have become very important part of education system nowadays. Obviously, there are many negative impacts, as I said earlier also. If we use the technology wisely, then it is very beneficial to each and everyone, and it is God gift to humankind that technology has imparted our life in different way. So it is main constraint, or you can say the negative impact of technology is declining the writing skills, due to the excessive use of online chatting, shortcuts. The writing skill of today's young generation is totally has been declined tremendously. Kids are we were bloggers, like in our eras we were used to write something and we were feeling very happy. Yes, I have written this and I have got this knowledge from some book or some teacher, and I have sum up on one page and have still shown to my teacher, and we feel proud to, yes, the in good handwriting I have inculcated what I supposed to be. But now kids are not at all ready to write down, not at all ready to open the book. Also, they are just tending to get the easy access to each and every thing or each knowledge which they want to get from, but they are just doing the simple Google access. These days, children are relying more and more on digital communication. They have totally forgot about improving their writing skills. So that is the big impact of the modern technology, I would say. And for that time being, we should take a good session for the adolescent age students. They are keeping themselves away from the writing and reading skills. We don't know the spellings of different words, how to use grammar properly. Because what happens, as you take the gadget in front of you, you're writing the spelling, the auto correction in the spelling comes forward, and there then no need to memorize that spelling or to learn the spelling. Even though the cursive writing or different forms of calligraphy writing, so they are not inculcating this knowledge, or you can say the skills into themselves. So this is one thing which is very negative, I would say, for the technology, the way kids are using. And then big and unfortunate thing is cheating. What happened? It is increasing. Incidents of cheating is increasing. Technologic developments like graphical calculators, high-tech watches, mini cameras, then maybe similar kind of equipment, which nowadays are easily available in marketing very cheap rates, have become a great source of cheat in exams. That is again very unfortunate. It is easier for students to write formulas and notes on graphing calculators with the least chance of being caught, actually. So it is very, you can say, negative impact of the technology. Then, lack of focus. Main which I observed or I found is lack of focus. SMS or text messaging has become a favorite pastime of many students. Students are seen playing with their cell phones, iPhones, day and night, or even driving, and very often even between the lectures also. I have seen many colleges allowing students to carry the cell phones or their gadgets, and that they are dragging their focus. First of all, it is like very negative things that many institutes should stop this practice to carry the gadget, to allow them to carry the gadgets. Being ever connected to the online world has resulted in lack of focus, and continuously they are into online and with the chats and with being busy with their friends and peers with the online communication. So concentration in academics at some extent is lacking, or you can say even in sports and extracurricular activities, I would say they are just sitting in front of gadgets and playing games on gadgets, but not practically going down and playing good physical activities, which are very important for their physical growth. So these are some disadvantage which I would say. Many experts and experienced people say that due to such technologies in education, students' imagination affected very badly. Their thinking ability is reduced. Sometimes it's also time consuming from teacher's point of view, because he's supposed to put each and every material into soft copies from hard to soft, then explaining them. And at the same time it is costly. Each and every child or institute cannot afford this kind of technology to install. So there can be the health issue as well, I can say, as the kids are not going down to play and they are continuously uh, with gadgets, continuously with the gadgets, and they that impacts their health because no physical movement is happening. And this issue is too much when it's used over limit. So I must say these are some disadvantage. Some advantage are there. It makes students more excited to learn, help students to keep busy, freedom, they are getting freedom to explore themselves with new technology. Then train students to learn new technology skills they can use later in at their workplace when they are practically going to use that knowledge while doing their job or work at workplace, I would say. Decrease the paper and photocopying cost. So this is the good and big advantage, so which is giving us the message of green revolution. So that is what is my thought about the technology. Some are the big disadvantages, but if you will use the technology wisely, so definitely it is good for us. Technology has positive impact on education, I must say. At the same time, may also pose the negative effect. Teachers and students should take the advantage of this in good light and eliminate the drawbacks which are pulling them back, many students as well as the schools from achieving the excellence. It is the time for every country to introduce a more technological equipped education sector in the future, but definitely there will be the strong point that the technology has to be used wisely. This is what is my thoughts about the technology, which is really a God gift to us, to humankind. But at the same time, we should eliminate the drawbacks of technology. Thank you, Shilpi. So you heard me very patiently. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Actually, I was intently listening to you.
Hello, Shilpa
And
ma'am.
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear you very well.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
was listening to you very
So thanks for
intently.
listening to me patiently.
No, I was actually very much interested in all you said because what you mentioned about writing and all, yes, I indeed agree. Children are not writing these days. You know, even we for that matter, we've so much gone into these technological things that if you tell us to write even more than 2 pages, I mean, writing in the sense picking up a pen and writing, it becomes so difficult.
Right.
And the same thing if you ask me to type on a Word or Excel, it's like so quick. So aren't we losing, like, when we talk as teacher, you will understand that the
Yes.
utilization of all our senses is so important.
Right.
Picking a pencil, using your fingers and writing
Yes.
is gives another kind of satisfaction, and it
Yes.
also helps to concentrate because you
Yes.
have to actually concentrate to make the letters and write. But
Correct.
here on technology, when we are writing on Word, you have a spell check, so that
Yes.
effort or of even thinking of the correct spelling is gone from your
Correct.
head, because
Correct.
if I even if I put a wrong spelling, it will be corrected. So
Correct.
retention, memory, writing with concentration, that has actually gone away,
Gone. Gone.
so
Totally gone.
what do you
I
think, what
agree.
kind, yeah. So what kind of we, and as adults we do realize the weakness and we can make an effort for it, but children are
Correct.
not realizing, like offline as we were discussing, especially grade 10 children now,
Yes.
any child who was in a senior class,
Correct.
in these 8 months they have just lost this activity of writing.
Correct.
Yeah, they're filling assignments, they're giving it online, they're doing anything that's going online. So what they have to do is the tip of their fingers, typing
Correct.
quickly, and no spelling, nothing they have to check. So what
Correct.
do you think
Correct.
can be the way that, little tips can you give that what can be done? Like, I believe you experimented in your school also. So can you
Sure.
talk about,
Yes.
what is it that we can give, as assignments these days when they're not
Yes.
coming to school, that sit and write?
Right, right. So, Shilpi, it's a very good question. I really want to enlighten on this. I think first of all, I'm also parent of teenagers. So
Yeah.
we must educate parents first. at what extent we should give the explore to our child for the gadgets, or maybe you can say the online education. Now pandemic has imposed this online education on us, but we can make it in different ways. So we can give them the projects. What we are also doing in our school, that is in global HO school, at Pune Moshi we are resides. What we are giving them the projects and online sessions which we are giving them, that are only to make their concepts clear. As well, at the end of the week we are giving proper PDF form notes to the parents, which parents also can sit with the child and can read and write. As well, we are giving project based learning to them. If they want to we want to inculcate some good topic into them, like you can say in terms of education, if it is multiplication, addition, so we are giving the project based teaching technology to them, not with the gadgets and not to do with some on computers and online. So we are giving tasks to them, how the way they should complete this assessment for multiplication or division. So we are giving them some material to use that, and parents are taking videograph of that also, like video shoot they do, and they are sending us the way they have completed the project and how come their little child has learned with particular topic or particular subject or particular concepts, you can say. So and that is my parents are really enjoying that. Initially they have hesitated to do that, then we have taken some online session to make them understand how we can reduce the screen time and how we can make our child engage with their projects or their teaching learning process, wherein it will impact them in a good way. Because when we do any practical or dramatic presentation of any concept, wherein we are using all our kinesthetic energies, as you said, the writing is involved with the touch sensation, eyesight, then grasping, then focus and the
Yeah,
concentration.
yeah,
So obviously it is kind of we are using all our kinesthetic energy, and that helps them to memorize for long term. It's
indeed,
long
indeed.
lasting effect, long lasting effect for the students to learn this concept with the present dramatic presentation or with the hands on experiments. And I really
Yeah,
love the curriculum, the way we have designed for the global classroom private limited. It's a
yes, yes,
totally hands on activities we are imposing to make the child, and child is enjoying that thorough learning, not by reading and reading, not by writing and writing. It's all
yeah,
senses are involved into that, and then it
yes,
is minimizing their screen time. It is minimizing their screen time as well.
yeah.
So I must say that we should impart the project learning or into for the students, at least for the till 10th grade. So they will do the more projects and hands-on activities while learning and teaching.
Yeah, and like we also discussed that children these days they find easy access on Google.
Hmm.
How much do you think is it actually helping them to get knowledge, because knowledge is so easily available, and what is so
No,
easily available is not valued, right?
actually,
So like
I will. Yes, yes. Please continue.
no, I would like your thoughts on it. Like, so as I told you, it's like knowledge which is so easily available. I don't know anything. I wouldn't like to, like, for example, if you're an expert or something, but instead of going to you, what will I do? If I don't know something, I like open up my Google. Like, there was a joke the doctor had written, either trust me or trust the Google, because
Mm-hmm.
people when they get diseases these days, before going to the doctor they start looking for symptoms, and they
Yes,
start diagnosing themselves. Oh, I have this symptom, this is what I have, this is the disease.
yes,
So
yes,
therefore it is like too much knowledge is available, and you don't know how to disintegrate and understand which is actually valuable. So, how do you think you would encourage children not to find queries just going on the internet and finding everything there? How do we develop
yes,
that interest in the child that we had? That before running to the teacher, we used to go through a book, we used to find references, read, and then even if we did not get it, we went to the teacher.
yes. Actually, I will like to give two lines message to the students right now through your
Mhm.
program. whatever they are getting ready-made material on Google, that is not long lasting for them, because they will
Yeah.
forget it very easily, because they
Yes.
haven't taken any efforts to gain that knowledge. They have just click
Yeah.
on their click on fingers, they are getting that knowledge, and they, that is not long lasting at all. If they want to
Not at all.
really come, not at all actually. So if they really want to gain this knowledge, then they should take do the deep study. And there is one observation they can do when they are getting any ready-made knowledge on Google. They will see at the every page of Google there is references. So
References. Yeah.
whoever is putting some thought on that Google, they are also reading. They are doing deep dive into that, and then only they are
Yeah.
putting on Google. So that is not
Exactly.
easily available. So the person who has put up on Google also taking efforts to of reading and writing and doing the deep dive into that particular topic, and then only he is putting on Google. So the child
Exactly.
has to observe. A child has to observe for that. There is, after every knowledge page you will get at the downstairs, there are the references of different books. Means they, if you want to gain the knowledge in a permanent basis, or maybe you can say the in a it should impose you in a good way in your day-to-day life. If you want to get the good advantage of the knowledge, then definitely it should not be easy on finger clicks. There should be the deep dive into that. You should go with the reading, writing, and you should go with the other many sources of gaining the knowledge, not only the Google.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You actually gave very rational answers to my questions. And these were the questions which were coming in the head of my audience also. So, once again, thank you, ma'am. And I would like to invite you for our Ed Leadership Conference, which is happening from January 21st to 24th.
Sure, ma'am.
And
Sure.
yeah,
I will be happy to join it. Sure. Sure.
thank you so much, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.